real estate with the Bens.
The Bens,
The
which
Bens, plural.
Ben, when it comes to multiple offer situations, what do you do to help your clients stand out and win the home?
That's great, especially with the market changing here. We're getting into these warmer months. People are actually out looking at houses again. Something that has helped me and a lot of my clients win multiple offer situations is having a bunch of cash and just throwing it all at the house with a quick. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Some of the things that we do is, especially if a lot of first-time home buyers are who I work with, so they're not always having a bunch of cash. So what we do is a lot of times we'll use an escalation clause if they're comfortable going up on that purchase price. So an escalation clause means that you'll start at one number and go all the way up to another number if a different offer comes in above where you initially started. And we put a cap on that number for the highest that my client would feel comfortable paying for the house. Because at the end of the day, if they don't feel comfortable paying that price for the house, it's doing them a disservice. And I don't want them to have, buyer's remorse buying into a house that they feel is way overpriced. Another one that's pretty obvious that a lot of people have been doing is waiving home inspections. I always recommend getting a home inspection done on a house because you never know what's wrong with it, even on new construction. But at the end of the day, if your clients are comfortable with not getting a home inspection and that's what it takes to win the house, that's what it takes to win the house. That's it.
Yep.
One of the other things that we see is a higher purchasing price, and with that, your client has to feel comfortable with that higher price. So a lot of the times what I'll do is I'll talk with one of their lenders. I especially appreciate you guys. You have Mortgage Coach, which lets us see if the house was at 285, 295, and 305, lets my client see the difference in the monthly payment. And a lot of the time it's, them just seeing the number and how it doesn't go up significantly more is very, it's very beneficial to help them understand, like, hey, if I really want this house, I can afford that. Like, let's go ahead and do it. And typically, how much does it, if you go up a few thousand, how much is that?
Yeah, it just kind of depends, on a few different factors. But in particular, we was running into a multiple offer situation here this week. We had an offer. I gave them a few different options. One at 525, one at 530, 535, and so on. Really only changed that monthly payment by about $32 or so. So very, not a significant amount to get into the home at the end of the day. And it really doesn't change that, total, cash to close amount as well, that much.
Yeah. So unless you're changing, you're offering an additional 100,000 on top of that price, it's really not going to change your payment by too much for some people.
Yeah, exactly. And, to lay that out in front of them and make sure that they feel comfortable with that number is the most important piece.
Absolutely.